I'm Stephanie Ricca with Hotel News Now, here today with Puneet Chhatwal, Managing Director and CEO of the Indian Hotels Company Limited, popularly known as the Taj Group. Puneet, it's been a very busy year for the company. You've had some recent key openings around India, projects in the works. Give me your take on some of the biggest highlights from the past year.
Well, we've been very blessed, and the management team has been very focused, and it reflected in our annual results. We had a 10% top-line growth. We had a 25% EBITDA growth. We had a 230 basis point margin growth. And we almost had a 200% growth on profit after tax. So a phenomenal year financially. Over and above that, we reimagined a few of our brands, the Ginger brand and the Vivanta brand. We introduced a new named collection called Selections. We ventured into the homestay and trails, plantation trails market with the brand name called Ama. And at the same time, we added 22 new properties to our pipeline. And over and above that, we were able to secure the iconic Taj Mansingh in New Delhi, and also extend the most pictured property or the most photographed hotel in the world, the Lake Palace in Udaipur.
What are the factors driving that growth from this year in particular? Is it consumer spending, desire for luxury, or is it driven from some other factors?
Well, I don't think there is just one factor driving it. I think the fundamentals have been good. The demand has been outpacing supply after a very long time. We are yet to see the kind of average rate increase that we expect in the industry. But it's been positive. That's one. The second is we articulated our aspiration in a document called Aspiration 2022. That has been communicated to each and every employee in the organization, and that's 32,000 employees. It's been a real focus on performance. It's been a focus on growth. It's been a focus on becoming the most iconic and the most profitable company that South Asia has produced.
The Taj brand in particular is so iconic. Why diversify into some of the other brands that you've launched along the way? What are some of the reasons why that's important to the company as a whole?
See, any brand should never neglect its home market. And our home market is a very heterogeneous market. And the Taj brand, which is a very iconic brand, is synonymous for luxury coming from South Asia, does not address the needs and wants of all the market segments on the Indian subcontinent. So by managing our brandscape, by reimagining our brandscape, we are now much better positioned to address the needs and wants of all consumers in all segments by just having 4 very focused brands on the hotel front.
Let's talk a little bit more about your growth strategy. Earlier this year, you signed a partnership with a Singaporean sovereign wealth fund. Is that the type of funding plan that you like to move the brands forward?
Well, definitely there is a focus on not owning more assets anymore. We will be having selective ownership going forward. And a platform with GIC provides us or positions us to take advantage of any distressed assets that might come on the market. So on one hand, we would be having a part ownership in the asset. At the same time, we have a management contract. So it's a nice hybrid between a totally asset light and asset heavy model. And I think a partner like GIC is ideal for Tata Group in general and Indian Hotels in particular.
What are you looking forward to in the next year to 3 years? I know that you've signed a lot of deals recently, so some of those will be opening. What are some highlights in terms of what you're looking forward to?
Well, firstly, we want to keep our drive on operational excellence. I think we have done very well in the last 12 to 16 months, and we hope to continue this journey. And and find better and more innovative ways of doing things on an operational front. That is, at the end of the day, the core of our business is, customer centricity and how we continue to evolve our brands with the needs and wants of the customer. The second thing is not to leave focus on our growth. And the growth that we have had positions us as the largest brand in some of the key metros in India. That's in New Delhi, it's in Mumbai, it's in Goa, it's in Bangalore, etc. And I think after this year, we will start focusing back also on management contract-driven growth outside of India. That's not really the focus for the next 12 months. Then we would have been almost halfway through our journey of Aspiration 2022. And we are working on some very exciting projects in synergizing our procurement with the help of some external consultants. We are working on monetization of non-core assets over the years as a legacy company with almost 120 years in existence, and with the Taj property in Mumbai being almost 116 years. We have collected a lot of assets. Now is the time to monetize on those and use that money to grow our technology platform, to grow our loyalty program, to grow our portfolio, to grow our hotels, to renovate our properties. So I think we will see a lot of this happening in the next 12 months.
I'd like to close by asking you your big picture thoughts on the global hotel industry in general. I know it's a big question, but any particular trends you see that are driving the industry worldwide?
Yeah, I think there is one trend which is quite evident. The global hotel industry is getting divided into the global majors, the top 10 or the top 20, talking about 5,000 plus hotels and 20 or 30 or 40 brands. And then there are the regional challengers who are specialists, I would call them, like we stand for the iconic Indian hospitality. And I think the brands in between are getting squeezed out, or they're getting taken over, or are getting merged with other companies. So I think we will be playing a more important role going forward versus the others in the middle have played, or the very large ones will play. The large ones will continue to focus on the distribution, on the technology, on these are our brands, and we will provide the differentiated experience, a very authentic Indian experience, especially in India, and a differentiated experience outside of India.
Definitely carving a niche for the company.
Absolutely.
That has been in place for many years.
That has been in place, and the job of the management is to preserve this core and keep stimulating the progress.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Stephanie.